EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, Reliant Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway from Houston. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
He may have gone through some trials and tribulations, but Baker Mayfield has never lost belief in self, and that transmits to the rest of the team. When he's on the field, he believes he can move the ball against anyone, and so do his teammates.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play fake, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
You could really see him work through his progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here is third down and 4. Mayfield now from the 50. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And some room to maneuver. He's to the 15. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense heading out. You see their offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson. These guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mayfield down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Jalen Noel deep for Houston. Dancing away at the 35. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And a tough taste in his mouth with 4 interceptions against the Patriots in the divisional round loss last season. But this team, it's ready to make a run, and he's ready to lead them.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run for the first time with Woody Marks. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Alex Anzalone coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. How to approach this? Third down and 16 yards to go. Stroud looking to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 6. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Godwin, the motion man. To throw, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground with Marks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
33-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And Stroud now to throw. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Take Dell. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 12.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Irving. And some nifty running here as they'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play, forcing him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out come the Texans as you get a look at offensive coordinator Nick Caley. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stroud to throw it. Got his man, Dell. That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
Open man is Ibuka. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Stays on his feet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
75 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Marks now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 11 now. Now Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And no one happier C.J. Stroud was drafted than Nico Collins, because he's had over 1,000 yards each season since Stroud came to town. What a great relationship those two have, almost symbiotic in what they get done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans first down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Stroud. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Stroud. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
23-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here.
that'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, they'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
91 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Stroud. This pass complete to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Stroud off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there, and he gets the sack.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Johnson on the return.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at the 20.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 43-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
And they'll try him now with Irving.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Throwing, Mayfield.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. Jalen McMillan from 6 yards away. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Got his man, Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 110 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Going up the gut, Montgomery. They showed up a nice juke in the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and
Well, partner,
4.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
That is caught. McMillan with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Buccaneer first down.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. To throw, Mayfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Egbuka. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And now it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No, no doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. 18.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Called an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
On the quick, right? Slots. Another slot.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
All right. 18. What's that?
Stroud going to give to Marks. Down to about the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 26. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They pitch it out to Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
46-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the gun, Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs trying on 4th down but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Oh, right. 118. Let's go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.